Good morning, sir. Good morning, classmates. Our topic for today is all about the deification of Jose Rizal, the Tagalog Christ controversy. Before we start, I will ask you, what have you understood the title, the deification of Jose Rizal, the Tagalog Christ controversy? Okay. The deification of Jose Rizal, the Tagalog Christ controversy is para maintindihan natin kung ano yung the deification of Jose Rizal. Tatalakayin muna natin ang Rizalist or the Rizalist upang tayo ay makaintindi kung ano ba talaga yung the deification of Jose Rizal, the Tagalog Christ. The Rizalists, despite debates and controversies settling over time, the veneration of Jose Rizal continues. It mentioned that it's common to find churches, religious groups, sects, or organizations immortalizing and venerating him, known as the Rizalists. The Rizalists believe in and adhere to the principle and purpose of which Jose Rizal believed and died. Nagaingon dire nga ang mga Rizalists, nagdebate sila about sa kontrobersiya sa dugay nga panahon nga sila nagatuo kang Jose Rizal sa iyahang mga gipangbuhat nganhi sa atoa sa pagtabang. Unya, kini silang mga Rizalists nagtukod kini sila og mga balay alampuanan or the churches, religious or grupo ng mga taong naniniwala kay Rizal. Ito, sila ay naniniwala kay Rizal na si Rizal ay nabubuhay at namamatay na merong purpose o merong kabuluhan dito sa mundo. Dahil naniniwala sila na si Rizal ay isang herong namatay dahil sa pagpapalaya ng mga Pilipino. Next, the Iglesia Watawat ng Lahi or the IWL. A Rizalist sect or the group who believe in Rizal, which traces its origins to 1914 in Masbate but was formally established in 1936 in Calamba at the Golden Island or Lecheria. The term Lecheria refers to a place where friars own cows and goats for fresh milk. The Iglesia Watawat ng Lahi. Ito yung grupong binuo ng mga Rizalists or yung naniniwala kay Rizal. Ito ay nabuo noong 1914 sa Masbate. Pero na formally established ito noong 1936 sa Calamba at Golden Island. Allegedly, through Severino Diang, a voice ordered Mateo Alcuran and attorney Alfredo Benedicto to go to Lecheria to find Gilberto Zalgado and Guadioso Parabuak. This individual met on December 24, 1936 and received a promise from a holy voice or banal na tinig. They expected a gem as a gift but received the holy word. Ito, si Severino, siya ang nagsisilbing pangulo ng grupo. Iyaha siyang giingnan si Mateo Alcoran o si Attorney Alfredo Benedicto nga pangadtuon sa Lecheria. Yung tinatawag na Lecheria ay yung lugar kung saan kung saan ang mga friars ay nagbuhi og baka og kanding para pangitaon si Jubito Salgado and Gaudioso Parabuak. Pagka Disyembre 24, tuig 1936 or 1936, nakatanggap sila og promise na gikan sa Holy Voice or the banal na tinig. They expected nga mahatagan sila og gift nga gems or bulawan. or gems or ganing diamond. But ang ilahang na-receive, the holy word o the patnubay na mga istorya para sa ilahang grupo. Next, they gathered every Saturday afternoon in Lecheria to receive this word. Their numbers grow, including Judge Cirilio Laveda, Attorney Lorenzo Chacon, and Attorney Alfredo Benedicto. They were eventually guided by golden objectives and formed the Iglesia Suwatawat ng Lahi with Gaudioso Parabuak as the first president and Tomasa Banay-Banay as the group's mother. Ang kini silang mga Rizalist, mag-gather ni sila every Saturday afternoon dito sa Lecheria katong giingon nga kaning naay gibuhi ang mga prayers lugar nga nagbuhi ang mga prayers og baka og kanding. Ang kini sila nagkanam-anam ni sila og kadaghan. Their numbers grow, nagtinakadaghan. Apil na diri sila si Judge Cirilio Lavedia, Attorney Lorenzo Chacon, and Attorney Alfredo Benedicto. And tungod sa katong banal na tinig o katuyong patnubay na binibigay sa kanila, yung iglesia sa tawat ng lahi ay nabuo nila. At ang nagiging presidente o naging pangulo ng grupo ay si Gaudioso Parabuak. And yung nagiging ina nila doon ay ang pangalan ay si Tomasa Banay-Banay. Gaudio Parabuak, a native of Linga, Calamba, was believed to have been anointed by God after a 6-month sacrifice at Mount Makiling. Si Gaudioso Parabuak, usa ni siya ka Linga, Calamba, usa ni siya ka kaning lumad sa Linga, Calamba. Hintuon ni siya nga gipili siya sa Ginoo kay tungod nag-sacrifice siya og 6 ka buwan ngadto sa Mount Makiling.
Jose Rizal as the god of IWL. As a term, Iglesia implies the IWL is a religion among the Rizalists. A Rizalist is a person who believes in the ideals of Jose Rizal and lives with these ideals. According to this religious organization, the very ideals of Rizal are for the Filipinos to be delivered by a fellow Filipino. Then, the use of the term Iglesia, Spanish for church, implies that the IWL, Iglesia Watawat ng Lahi, or Church of the Flag of the Rest, is a religious organization or church-like institution. Then, a Rizalist is a person who believes and lives by the ideals and teaching of the Filipino national hero, is Jose Rizal. And Rizalists see Rizal ideas and vision as a guiding philosophy for their lives. And Rizal ideals, according to the religious organization, mention the core ideals and vision of Jose Rizal are meant to be delivered or realized by a fellow Filipino, rather than by external or foreign forces. This suggests a strong sense of Filipino nationalism and self-determination. The Rizalists believed that it was not the real Jose Rizal who was executed on December 30, 1896, but his replica that he created himself. This attribute Jose Rizal into an equal footing with the powerful being God, for he could create a living being. And by believing that Rizal had the power to create a living being, a replica of himself, the Rizalists are essentially attributing divine-like abilities to Rizal. This catapults him to an equal footing with the powerful being God. Iglesia Watawat ng Lahi. First, what is the Iglesia Watawat ng Lahi, or ano ang Iglesia Watawat ng Lahi? It is an organization of the Rizalists. Then, who are the Rizalists? Or sino ang mga Rizalista? A Rizalist is one who understands, evaluates, and puts into practice the ideas of Dr. Jose Rizal, that is a true Rizalist. And when, where, and who founded the IWL? So it was founded by Gaudioso Parabuak on December 25, 1936 at the hill of Lecheria and Calamba and Laguna. And what drove or motivated him to establish the Iglesia? So it is established because of poverty and inappropriate way of life among people which could be changed by means of right teaching. Or ang nakita niyang paghihirap at di angkop na pamumuhay ng mga tao na maaring mapagbago sa pamagitan ng tamang katuuran. Did you have priest or nagkaroon ba kayo ng mga pari? So, the Iglesia has pressed sometime between 1948 and 1987. Iglesia Watawat ng Lahi, it as a title given to Dr. Jose Rizal as the first Filipino. And then, is Iglesia Watawat ng Lahi a religion? Or ang IWL ba ay isang relihiyon? Iglesia Watawat ng Lahi a religion in the sense that is acknowledge the source of all but not in the sense that religion is a system of acknowledging God in the form of work. Or sa diwa ng salitang reliyon bilang paniniwala sa isang pinagmulan ng lahat ng karaniwang tinatawag na Diyos at hindi sa diwa ng salitang relihiyon bilang sistema ng pagpakita ng pagkikilala sa Diyos sa pamamagitan ng pagsamba. It is conclusive to see your Iglesia and Iglesia ni Rizal or lumalabas sa makatuwid na ang inyong Iglesia ay Iglesia ni Rizal. Iglesia Watawat ng Lahi, religion, in the sense that it is an organization of people who try to put into practice in real life the thoughts of Rizal, or sa diwa ng salitang Iglesia bilang isang pangkat nagsama-samang mga tao na nagsisikap mapasagbuhay ng mga kaisipan ni Dr. Jose Rizal. And what is your concept of God? Or anong ang pagkaunawa niyo sa Diyos? So, Iglesia Watawat ng Lahi, like what we said, He is the source of all. By the all, it means all the thoughts and the expression of those thoughts that are prevailing in the world. Or kagaya ng nasabi namin, siya ang pinagmulan ng lahat at ang kahulugan namin ng salitang lahat ay ang lahat ng diwa at ang mga kapahayagan ng mga diwang iyon na umiral or umiiral at iiral sa sanlibutan. And it is true that Rizal is the God of the Rizalist? Or totoo ba na ang Diyos ng mga Rizalista ay si Rizal? Iglesia Watawat ng Lahi, we presume that your definition of God is that He is the source of everything. If by Rizalist, you are referring to those who put into practice the thoughts of Jose Rizal, the answer to your question is negative. Although many persons claim themselves as Rizalists and they recognize Rizal as their God, or inaakala namin na ang ipinapakahulugan ninyo sa salitang Diyos ay ang pinagmulan ng lahat. Kung ang Rizalista na tinutukoy nyo ay ang Rizalistang nagsasabuhay ng mga kaisipan ni Dr. Rizal, ay ang sagot sa inyong tanong ay hindi. Magkaganyan man, marami sa mga tao na nagpapalagay na sila'y mga Rizalista ay kumikilala sa kanyang bilang kanilang Diyos.
Okay, so now let's proceed to the Knights of Rizal. So in the year 1909, Colonel Antonio C. Torres, so siya ang Chief of Police of Manila during that year, organized a group of men from different walks of life, so murag bisag asa nga mga lalaki, for the purpose, ang iyang purpose is to these men will commemorate the execution and martyrdom of Jose Rizal. So murag silbi ilang ibalik ilang murag tagaag importansya ba ang pagpatay kang Jose Rizal. So on November 16, 1916, this group of men that was organized by Colonel Antonio C. Torres are trying to have a private, or they are also organizing a private non-stock corporation which is named as Orden de Caballeros of Rizal, or in English translation, Order of the Knights of Rizal. So dito na nag-start ang the Knights of Rizal. So diri na time by the year by the date November 16, 1916, nag-create na ang kaning grupo of men og private non-stock corporation nga ilang gipanganlag Orden de Caballeros of Rizal or Order of the Knights of Rizal. So next, in the year 1951, the Supreme Council of the Order, so ang kaning mga council sa order, they created a committee on legislation for the purpose. So ilang purpose is to study feasibility of filing a bill. Mag-file sila og bill adto sa Congress of the Philippines so that kaninga bill will be enacted as a law to secure nga kaninga order to have this order a legislative charter, which is ang legislative charter mo ni siya ang legal document nga para ang usa ka private non-stock corporation ma-consider na siya as public corporation. This bill that seeks to give the Order of the Knights a legislative charter was ducked or nahimo na siyang Senate Bill number 251. So the sponsor senators of this bill is Camilo Osias, Enrique Magalona, Lorenzo Zumolong, Esteban Ibada, Emiliano Treya Tirona, Geronima Pacson, Jose Avellino, and Ramon Torres. And the sponsor in the lower house is the Congressman Manuel Zosa of Cebu City. So, by May 15, 1951, the bill was recommended for approval. So, nanay recommendation for approval ang bill. And by June 14, 1951, the bill was signed into law by the President of the Philippines and it became RA or Republic Act number 646. Republic Act number 646 or RA 646 was signed into law by the President Elpidio Quirino, and this is a law that converts the civic organization Orden de Caballeros de Rizal into a public corporation, granting official recognition and expanded powers to propagate the teachings of Dr. Jose Rizal and promote patriotism and unity among Filipinos. So gisign ni siya ni President Elpidio Quirino. It is because para mahimong public corporation ang katong Orden de Caballeros de Rizal kay kanidi ay nga siya nga grupo of Knights of Rizal kay muni siya ang propagate or mupalakad sa mga teachings ni Dr. Jose Rizal and also to promote patriotism and unity among Filipinos in the Philippines. And lastly, this organization is created to promote and keep the ideals of Jose Rizal, not by means of establishing a church and proclaiming Rizal as God, but sponsoring programs or projects which are meant to perpetuate the teachings, ideals, and thoughts of our national hero, which is Dr. Jose Rizal. So ang main purpose ng organization mo nang gi-create siya kay para maisaliwalat ang mga teachings and ideals ug thoughts ni Rizal, dili kay para murag mag-establish og church or para si Rizal ang tuuhan nga murag Ginoo sa tanan, but ang main purpose sa jud ani nga organization is para masiwalat ang mga kanang inspiration. It will serve also as inspiration para sa mga Filipinos ug unsa ang mga teachings and ideals ug thoughts sa atong national hero nga moto si Dr. Jose Rizal.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. Since we're done to the Knights of Rizal, so let's proceed to Jose Rizal as the Tagalog Christ. In this controversy, this is when Rizal considered as the Tagalog Christ by some Malignars. It's because of his death and his sacrifices to his fellow Filipino. After the executions of Rizal, many Filipinos are in loss because of greatness. Many years passed by. We can see that all places in the Philippines was given a name and built a monument for Rizal. However, we don't know that there is millennial groups like Rizalist, Adernista, and the personal solo Diyos who believed that Rizal is the Tagalog Christ. September 24, 1903, the earliest record of identifications is the canonizations of Rizal, together with the three martyr priests, Mariano Gomez, Jose Borges, and Jacinto Zamora by the Philippine Independent Church. This is the oldest and first Filipino church. Canonization means ay ang pagpapahayag, pagdadarakila, pagpuri at pagbubunyi sa isang tao bilang isang santo. So this is when the beginning of the canonizations of Rizal together with the three martyr priests through anonymous decisions. This church as open way to recognitions of Rizal considered a saint or god by some millennials group. The titles given such as Saint Father Rizal or Rizal Amana Santo and he compared as Jesus Christ mentioned in the documents and passages like Bathalismo. Thus, Rizal considered as saints because many millennials are believe on him. Base sa sinabing passage dito, nang hindi lumitaw o nakilala si Rizal noon ng mga tao, ay siya ring higit minurang totoo. Pero nung pagkamatay niya, isinasamba na siya ng mga tao dahil sa kanyang mga likha at pagmamahal para sa bayan. Also, Rizal considered as the Tagalog Christ in Manila region. However, in other regions, he worshipped as Jehovah, Jesus as Trinity. In this passage, it said that ang Kristo ng Katagalugan ay si Jose Rizal. Ang Panginoon dito sa sanlibutan ay si Jose Rizal. Siya ay hari ng mga hari, Panginoon sa lahat ng Panginoon dahil siya ay ipinikalubaan ng banal na tipan na espiritu na santong bathalang may kapangyarihan. On the other hand, in Calamba, Laguna, the Adornista group is believed that Rizal is the father of Creator. Adornista is a Laononian religious group who believe that Rizal is the god and he is not dead on the day he executed. It was believed Rizal is not dead. It was founded by Candida Balantac, year 1901. The most glaring example of this is the three personas one god, or tres personal solo Diyos was founded by Agapito Ilustrisimo o kilala sa tawag sa Amang Ilustrisimo on August 27, 1936. He is the leader of the religious group. This group believed that Jose Rizal is not a saint or a god, but is just a normal person. These millennials groups, according to my research, the life of Rizal was being involved under teachings and worships through real-life experiences. Inihilan tulad nila ang kanilang paniniwala sa paniniwala ni Rizal. Kaya itong grupo na ito ay isinasama si Rizal sa kanilang mga panalangin. Sa pagkamatay ni Rizal, mas marami ang nakikilala sa kanya dahil sa mga binigay na titulong pangalan sa kanya bilang isang Diyos, galing sa religious group. He is known as historical Jesus. Marami ang mga religious group that honored him as God as they believe and witnessed the saving death of God noong pagkamatay ni Rizal. Dumako na ang paniniwala sa Diyos dito sa Pilipinas noong pagkamatay ni Rizal na siya ay bilang isang Tagalog Christ sa Pilipinas. Marami ding humanga sa kanya at sinasamba si Rizal, katulad na lang sa nation state at mga bagong Jerusalem millenarian groups na mas nakilala si Rizal as Tagalog Christ. That's all. Thank you.